Alright, my throat hasn't exactly recovered from yesterday, but I don't want to keep going. Oh! That's a good profile picture, I like that. I forgot to check, like... Yeah, I guess I shouldn't check anyways, in case it's spoilers, but yeah. I meant to check if his hair was grayer in the first game, I believe it was. But yeah, checking that would be spoiler territory, and I'm surprised I haven't run into any spoilers about him being in this game, because I have definitely looked. Yes, it's character design up. But your way of investigating is too soft. An investigation is like a popsicle. I'll go on to the crime scene and investigate. Talk with the people involved. If you do that, little by little, you'll get down to its core. And the trouble will be written on the end of the popsicle stick. I pray that it doesn't say the truth that was lost for all eternity. Sounds like a reference. Right. Probably shouldn't have talked to him yet, since I think that's supposed to be a hint in case you get stuck, but just want to know what it is to say. Right. The good ship of Red Rum on the Red Sea is what's written on this sign. It's a terribly hard voice to do. Why did I choose this one? This seems to be the theme for all the works in this room. Starting with the central ship and the treasure chest, every piece has a connection to a sailing. It's a magnificent and elegant theme that complements Mr. Master's style. Ships? What? What are you investigating? Sir, I'm taking the temperature of the stream. Where do we land? The temperature. I wonder what for. Sir, this stream has warm water. Frantic. The stream is connected to the fan that being the patio and runs through every room. It's an unusual construction for a room. The minds of the rich, I'll never understand. Oh, with you there. Like what? How does a sane person get the idea to deliver camels to a party? Really? How did you come to that conclusion? I want to know. An elegant tableware and cookware has been placed on the counter. That's tableware. So it looks like a crescent moon, that's about it. It looks like the tea set Mr. Hall was using earlier. Was Mr. Jet drink this back, eh? I should pick up a better voice for him. On this tea set, only Jeff Master's fingerprints were found. Were his fingerprints found in any of the other cookware? The cookware was washed. Nobody's fingerprints remained. Oh, he might have been cooking with gloves on. Fair enough. It seems the only thing here with the fingerprints is the tea set. Jeff. Jeff, gonna need to... Oh, it's called the card record. That's a nice detail. Yeah, he was Jeff. Alright. Doesn't he live here? I got the impression that he lived here. I guess this is the show stage or something. Because if he lived here, his fingerprints being anywhere, it wouldn't be weird, right? I'm actually kind of half asleep, so I don't remember what the fingerprints were on. Forgot to do an audio check before it started, so hopefully the balances are fine enough. Master, use this glass while he's making his desserts. They hate his fingerprints. Certainly, it's possible that they were used for that purpose. But wouldn't you agree that finding gloves in the kitchen is perfectly natural? Doubt everything. That's my job. I'm not going to security down that either. When a kid it's supposed to be food or something, but brown water just doesn't. No. I guess I can imagine it being. No, I can't imagine it being chocolate milk. It's frozen. So this is where the body was discovered? Yeah. The body has been removed, but otherwise, the crime scene has remained untouched. Since there's no blood in there, okay, so I don't remember what the cause of death was, but it hasn't bled there, that's for sure. And if he had blood, you couldn't exactly wipe the blood off either. That wouldn't work it. If the dress is made of chocolate or something, right? It is made of chocolate or something, right? I did understand it, right? Correctly? I feel like I'm talking way worse than yesterday. Excuse me, but you are... Word. Oh, this thing. Okay, that's interesting. What kind of voice am I gonna give him? I'm really running out of voice now. I did mention that the first two cases, that's better than I expected. I thought I might run out of voices for the first fucking case. I have no idea how to Asian accent. An Asian accent isn't even fucking thing that's Sweden specific. It's about as real as a European accent, that doesn't mean anything. But I can do any kind of Eastern accent, is the point. Maybe I shouldn't do an accent in the first place. I just need to have something to it. It'll help me remember what's going on better as well. Well, I'll go with something and change it depending on how he acts. My apologies. It's not freaking Italian, goodness. My apologies, I was meditating. What did you ask, Sir Detective? Sir Detective? What did you ask, Sir Detective? Actually, I'm a defense attorney. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I need to see St. Raymond. Pardon my late introduction. Pardon my late introduction. My name is Dane Gustavia. Maybe it's supposed to be more italic. Gustav B. I can't say I can place that anywhere on the map. Dane I can obviously place on the map, but... Pardon my late introduction. My name is Dane Gustavia. I am one of the pastry chefs participating in the contest. That's too quiet, isn't it? I can use the something you make, Mr. Castaña. Ooh, okay, I didn't even notice that back here. I really do appreciate all the exaggeration in Japanese games. In the West, people tend to be more sarcastic in their approach. Japanese, it's more honest exaggeration. I actually really enjoy it. My specialty is making desserts out of candy. Oh, and a cute seahorse! Okay, so either we are implying that Ray's character changed a lot after Gregory's death, or likely due to Gregory's death. That or my crackpot theory about Jeff pretending to be Ray is correct. It was meant to be a dragon dancing in the sky. It was meant to be a dragon dancing in the sky. Where's the dragon? I think it was there in the ocean than in the sky. I know all too well that design is my weak point. I plan to study design and I had to go train in Saint-Far once things settle down here. Saint-Far again. My throat is already dead from his voice. I'm making bad life decisions right now. I probably shouldn't touch the subject of design any further. Mr. Gustavia, if you aren't related to the investigation, why are you in this room? Sir Detective wanted to know more about the desserts in this room, so he asked me to come. Since he's one of the contestants, he must know something. Indeed. What exactly are these buttons doing? Are they holding the piece together or are they just decorated? Because I'm not sure of the point of opening a shirt like this, unless it's an oven joke. But I feel like I've actually seen shirts like that. I think the thing over his neck is based off of one of those things for decorating cakes. But maybe those things aren't in a very specific shape though. At the back of, I keep forgetting he has hair at the back here, kind of like Simon. He kind of doesn't stand out against the background. I also forget that Simon, the listeners, has that hair every time. Whenever I imagine him, he just doesn't have that bit of hair there at all. Thank Gustavia. So something about yourself. Mr. Gustavia, those instruments you use are quite unusual. Is he airing it? I wonder how many are gonna be. That's chicken. Well, okay, hang on. There's gonna be a joke where it was supposed to be something else than a chicken. The question is what? Maybe a phoenix? These instruments are called candy pumps, and they pump air into the candy. It kind of like that. They're so cool. Indeed, ever since I began using them, no day has gone by where I didn't receive a burn or a wound. That's why I wear wet clothes, so that not a single stain will ever show on me. Keep working in his voice. Making this sound is serious business. I am always training. Does he injure himself because he hasn't trained enough? You're always saying that if he did have some blood on him we wouldn't be able to tell. Could he be already covered in blood from earlier? No, but he wouldn't just go out and say it. But I feel like that, in the very least, set up for something. Can you tell me about the Great Dessert Contest and that was held here? From the looks of this room, it seems that the desserts weren't just for eating. The exhibition. What the fuck? How do you pronounce that word? I know the word as well. The exhibition. The exhibition, Sir Master, it was a contest in the art of dessert. If he held a contest, then is this his... Does he own the place? The art of dessert? Dessert that true works hard, made solely out of edible materials. The works of art in this room are all made from desserts. Ah. I would get really dirty really fast with people's hair and dead skin and or else with something. The master exhibits a great talent in both flavor and design. If you are not able to surpass the master in flavor and design, you will not be able to win. Beat the world's greatest pastry is pretty hard, isn't it? In other words, if I can surpass Sir Master, I shall become the world's greatest pastry chef. That was the price of this contest. And you're salty because you're not gonna get to even have a chance to be in the contest right now, is it? The price is the title of the world's greatest. In addition to that, there is also Sir Master's treasured Angel's recipe. The accent's disappearing more and more. I like how he's keeping his attorney's badge in a gap for a button. What are you even supposed to connect those to? The shoulder button? Surely not. Angel's recipe. If you want to learn more about the contest, just look at this piece of paper. These were the rules that were given to the participants of the contest. Who was the victim? Isaac Dover. Right. That's a really good pun. Good job. Good job, Locker. It says, I enjoy that. Isaac Dover. I thought she'd be like 39 or something, maybe in her early 40s. 16! Was definitely not the wife then. Okay, housekeeper. Word. It's probably the earrings and rings that's doing it, maybe. I don't... And the old-timey costume, but that's not helping. But yes, it does not look 16 at least. 26 is the youngest I'm willing to believe. Sorry about that. Wait, what? I didn't actually realize what his name pun is. Dane Gustavia. Dane Gustavia. I don't get it right now. Sorry, but I do not know much about the incident. I only learned about the incident after the judging had finished. Wait, okay, so the contest did finish? How was the contest judging carried out? Let's see. Sir Master started judging at 3 p.m. Wait, so he's the judge in the contest he's participating in. Okay, they're movable judges. Maybe. Starting from my room, the judgment proceeds in a clockwise direction. EV. I use the room to the right of Sir Master's room, which is the room we are in now. Wait, the room we're in now. So why is... Okay, so no, the ship wasn't created for the contest, it just is here. Next, the room of a female pastry-chef named Delicia was judged. Have we met Delicia yet or not? I don't think we have. A female pastry chef? What kind of person is she? She's a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal. This was not his original voice. I know it wasn't. I heard she used lots of cream to make a fantasy-themed dessert. And lastly, Cerberus was judged. His works were frozen statues made from sherbet. Okay, that makes me think that one of the statues was actually a body. Well, we'll see. Frozen statues. That sounds like exactly how the body is going to be hidden, right? This is what is that grey thing? They say that the crime scene had been folded in a bit. Well, there's blood. The blood went into the crack, huh? Huh. See, they only moved the body from there, but we can always see a blanket and coin of some sort of... I don't know what to call that. But this picture is in canon, of course. Oh, discovered the body in the middle of Gustavia's judging. Oh, who was Hall? She was the 16-year-old, right. Lots of names all at once. She panicked, and because she immediately notified the police, Master continued judging, without knowledge that the body had been discovered. As a result, Master judged Dover's room in Dover's absence. Seems we have plenty of room to suspect Master. Right. They're saying that because the body was discovered before he even judged Dover's room, or while he was judging Dover's room, that means that there's no way he would have met Dover in his room. So it would be weird that he would have gone and judged his room despite Dover not being there. Right. I'm lacking in information. It's probably too early to object. I think more multiple during the hours. By the way, Detective Pat, what were you talking about to Mr. Gustavia about earlier? I was asking him about the chocolate frame hanging on that wall. I thought something was missing. There's a handprint there clearly. And the bottom left is totally empty. I thought if I asked someone who knew about desserts, I could get an answer. Okay, making a call. Those things might not actually be edible. They could be... They kind of look like they could be very fancy spearheads or something like that. Something metallic, sharp, but maybe. The candle on the right is also missing flame. They're not on fire, they're electric candles clearly. So that the chocolate doesn't melt presumably. No, the candle is his. Candles are dessert as well. So they're missing a thing. There's a handprint on that one, and it's missing a thing from the bottom left. Don't know what I think on the right is the panel, the buttons.
Although, thanks to your arrival, I haven't still got a manager yet.
Well then, since you've been waiting for so long, we can ask him about it right now.
I guess you don't understand sarcasm.
Mr. Gustavia, can you assist us with this matter? Detective Pat doesn't seem like the type to use sarcasm, to be honest. Why the hell did I forget his voice?
I train in the art of the search every day. I train in the art of the search every day. If you have questions about the search, please do not hesitate to ask.
Thank you very much. Okay, start doing this.
You can make such a beautiful picture out of chocolate.
Okay, I was looking at something more specific.
That's expected of Master Jeff.
Is this really chocolate? This looks like an actual picture doing.
Impressive, so attorney, you noticed well. This picture of an angel is not a dessert, but rather the angel's recipe.
The angel's recipe. The prize for the contest. It's already missing a thing and has a hand on it.
The picture isn't made of chocolate?
Indeed. Within this chocolate frame lies a recipe book. Sir Master told everyone when he explained the rules of the contest to you, thus in this room.
So the contestant knew the recipe was here.
Bad.
Bad and the other dude, their voices are like merging right now.
Bad. This frame. Don't you think missing something?
This must be what Detective Bad was asking Mr. Gustavia about earlier. This chocolate frame, it does seem to be... There does seem to be a part that's missing.
That's what's been bothering me as well.
What's missing?
Let me show him, man. The part of the chocolate frame that is missing. Oh.
Woo!
That's a deep voice. Should I try to imitate that? Maybe, maybe not. Data. No, that's not so close. I'm just gonna be able to nail it. That's out of my vocal range. Look closely at this with the decorations. Can you see the one of them that is missing? Use it from a bit more lower pitch though.
It's true. It's deeper for the other decorations.
Which we can only see one of.
This imperfect balance in decoration is not like Sir Master. Upon closer examination, it seems this frame is not the only one with missing parts.
Yep.
We need to investigate further. All that is served in this room have each have one part missing.
Really? Sailing tools?
Well, the candle holder and the ceiling tools are damaged as well. Is there someone tampered with the spark scene?
Really? I don't think we had anything else in logic. So random pieces of chocolate were borrowed from here. Well, I can see two reasons for them being taken out. Either they were used for something, or there was something about them that required them to be taken away, like a blood splatter or something like that, but it seems the damage is way too spread out for it to be blood splatter. So maybe maybe somebody who was trying to win the contest tried to take pieces of various things here to use in their recipe because they couldn't make anything tasty enough. Maybe. Perhaps. Maybe. Master Van tries to fool himself to fool us.
Yes, they definitely do that sort of thing to his desserts.
Temperate desserts? I wonder if they're connected to the instant. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. They already know thought about this, but a dessert in the shape of a candlehold. Huh. It's titled Light of Life. It seems that one of these important lights isn't lit. Is it symbolic or... Another handprint, they haven't talked about that yet. These finger marks are? These are unidentified finger marks. We don't know who they belong to. Since no fingerprints were left behind. Fingerprints without finger. Finger marks without fingerprints. These might be related to the case.
It's a mystery.
He was probably wearing gloves.
This is bad like dreams and romance.
I don't think there are dreams or romance at the murder scene. Why that bother? Great. Did you at least hit it didn't cover at all? Are you alright, Raymond?
This rum is made too cold.
Of fucking course. You gotta melt those. The fountain patio wasn't very warm either. This room certainly is cold. Do you want to wet my coat? Was it that nice?
Nope, I'm fine.
Figured. You'd have to draw all of those.
Is that something that you promised to give me when I become a defense attorney?
I don't think he's wearing that nowadays. Well, that's right. Why is the temperature turned down so low? It's been turned down in order to maintain the chocolate's temperature. Why did you try opening the panel cover on that wall? One on the right. Panel cover. Ooh. There's some secret out. All you little shit. Come on now.
Well, there's a secret panel hidden there.
This control panel is installed in all the rooms, so Master prepared. So as not to distract from the dessert presentation, the cover was closed to conceal it. So we have 4 at least semi-identical rooms that, and all of them might have one of those. There's a very good chance that at least one of them is hiding some type of evidence. So the body was discovered in Mr. Master's room, right? Yes. So the murder would have had to have happened, or at least the body would have had to have been transported into his room after he left. So in the time he was judging the other 2 people, but when he was judging the other 2 people, they would have had to be in their room, so they only had one judgment worth of time to move the body there and possibly commit the murder. What does the panel do?
It allows you to change the temperature and the lighting in the room. In order to preserve the type of the cell, it can go down to about minus 22 Fahrenheit.
And what's that in real units of temperature?
Minus 30 Celsius, oh boy.
And there's a room. Okay, so that's. I mean, the Cerberus ice cream room is gonna be somewhere down there, right? Again, I'm betting that one of those was used to hide the body or something like that. Lots of things are probably gonna be hidden inside the shirt in this one. Let's see. The room would be like a freezer. And that's really fucking cold.
It's set to 59 Fahrenheit. No wonder I thought it was cold.
I thought the higher point of the Fahrenheit system was that 0 was supposed to be really cold, 100 was supposed to be really hot, and 50 was supposed to be medium. Wasn't that the entire point of the system? Well, apparently not. There's a good chance this won't be relevant, but I'm just going to turn it over. 15 Celsius, okay, that's cold, yeah.
You take it back. I'm not allowed to change the temperature, am I?
So in the crime scene, it's the foundation of fingerprint detector.
But I'm not a detective.
I know this encoder, god damn it. The defense attorney can't reckless damage a crime scene either.
Indeed, sir, assistant, enduring hardship is also part of training. In order to preserve the chocolate, 59 Fahrenheit, 64 Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. The ideal temperature for chocolate, as expected of the dessert chef.
And that's why Tyrell got him here, right?
No, it is but a trifle. This is basic knowledge to anyone should know. Anyone should know if they are dessert chef. So, what's the ideal temperature for candy and not fresh cream?
Is he gonna be able to answer? Also, that's a definitely correct question to be asking.
As long as you watch out for humidity and hot temperatures, candy shouldn't melt.
Indeed.
First, Kevin, around 50 Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature.
Ooh, are we gonna have a situation where two of the desserts were swapped somehow? It'll have to depend on their size and transport methods are available. Ooh, actually, in order to move from room to room, you'd have to go through the center area, right? It's found by the fountain, and by the fountain there's really warm water running, right? So I'm betting we're gonna have a situation where something will be a little bit melted. Maybe that's what some of this damage is, but it doesn't seem quite right. So we'll have that as evidence that somebody will have moved some sort of dessert around. If the bacteria will melted.
For fresh cream, around 50 Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature.
Oh no, it's gonna be alright. Okay, so that's a big difference though, between 50 and 59.
You need to watch out for the humidity and hot temperatures. Candy. I see.
Right, humidity, yes. Humidity means, hang on, the more humid something is, the more moisture there's in the air, right? Or less? I think it's more. surely it would be more, would make more sense in this context.
I see.
It ain't a bad. He seems a tiny mini bit like bad candy.
Right.
It's kind of one of his favorite things.
Seems
I already checked this area earlier, but never hurts to take another look.
Wait, isn't that the message that normally plays when you've fully checked an area? We didn't check this yet.
The captain's log of a chocolate chip, which is also made of chocolate. It seems its title is Journal of Regret.
Finding out of wrong, one threat in the Red Sea has really made me fret with regret. It rains.
Lots of arms, goodness.
I don't know what kind of voyage it was, but it doesn't seem very regretful.
What actually do these set? The one on the left is what people temperature, or the color of the lights. Did they say that? Probably did.
It seems the control panel can change temperature and the color of the lights in this room.
So somebody's gonna use the colors to hide something. But what? Just making the lights red wouldn't be enough to hide any blood. That's not enough. People could smell that. To be fair, lots of other smells in the room covering it. Who knows? This can be used for something. Hide something.
The colors are red, yellow, green, blue, cyan and white. That sure is a lot.
Now, why would it be 6? There are 3 sliders. How does that give us 6 colors? 3 sliders.
This room's temperature is 59 Fahrenheit, and the lights are set to white.
Are we gonna get to check all 4 rooms, or it's gonna be? Also, okay, another perfect idea. Then, could it be possible that this is not Mr. Master's room, and everyone is presuming that it is because of because the book is on the wall there, and his work is also here. Like maybe these people don't actually know what his room is for sure, but they're presuming that it is because of his work being here. Seriously, I'm not exactly great at speaking or anything, but I wasn't this bad yesterday, I'm sorry.
It's because of the works in this room amidst chocolate.
By using white light, the chocolate can stand out.
For Mr. Master, everything in this room is probably a piece of art.
What do we have in logic? And now we have at least 2 things, right?
No.
Thought we had 2 things that were unrelated, but apparently not even that. Huh. What's over here? It appears to be a display of sailing equipment.
There's also the possibility that one of these is the murder weapon.
Covered with chocolate. I like that idea. I like that way he's thinking right now. No, it looks like these pieces were all made out of chocolate. Could be covered in chocolate. You can beat someone to death with these.
Misleading.
At any rate, they all have such good workmanship that they look just like the real thing.
It really speaks about the level of skill Mr. Master had in his craft.
What about over here? Was there nothing suspicious in the cupboard?
No, sir.
So there was something.
Oh, no. Only thing like cooking burners and tableware were placed there.
That's something.
I see. Defensive journey. Was there nothing new that you noticed?
No.
So you did notice something.
Oh, no, I didn't notice anything.
Everyone's always giving advice that are difficult to understand.
I think it's your way of asking that's bad. Are we capable of leaving right now? No, we don't really leave the rooms, do we? Oh, that's what's popping up. I'm looking at this yet. Can look at this. Okay, this is not. The oven is not separate. Only a short list right now. Prizes, title of world's greatest spaceship and agent's recipe. Rules number 1. Contestants' rooms will be judged starting on the left. Afterwards, all parties will meet in Jeff's room. Any decorations not made from desserts are prohibited. Entering another contestant's room before the judging is done is prohibited. Alrighty. Nothing about that was really surprising. Like, don't use non-food, don't interfere with other people's work. It appears to be a display of sailing equipment.
There's also a possibility that one of these is the
Oh, right. I didn't actually look at this myself, did I? The game just gave the pop this on dialog pop up. I bunch of rest of the life inspected if I suspicious looking look and clean. Okay, the graving is here, thank fuck. This is a little bit of a different angle, isn't it? It seems that the body was discovered inside the chocolate's treasure chest.
The person who discovered it was Mr. Miss Hall.
What was her voice? Monsieur Pastor, are you in here? Ja, dat was niet, dat was een ander. There's a lower voice. Monsieur Master, are you in here?
See the sound of something breaking inside his room and came in.
So if nobody was in this room alive, nothing should have broken unless the body was on top of the treasure chest and the chest came apart. But it looks like no, it was definitely under there. The ship didn't move forward and break the chest or anything stupid like that, right? No. I'd like a little more information about this. What's this? Something has been dropped inside the treasure chest. What is this? A coin of some sort in the treasure chest. Yep. Seal, really? So, It seems to be some kind of seal with a design and initials carved into it. QH. PH. God damn it. It's a snowflake. PH snowflake.
It looks like the side quest. What's the victims?
I know it was the victim, but we should take it for now.
They seem to be intentionally going for a thing where if it's a seal, then it would spell PH, but looked up like this, it spells HQ. You can read it either way. It's definitely on top of a snowflake though. Sign quest to the court record. What did we have in what's it called now? The sound and the temperature search. I mean, I'm actually damaged and breaking. No. It's not far enough. No. There's not much to look at. It seems the body was discovered inside this chocolate treasure chest.
The person discovered it.
Oh, it's the exact same. Good luck. Last time I honed in for a coin. That's funny. Every suspicious looking American, there's not much here. There are 20 clues here. We can look at the ship. The build ships full of chips out of chocolate is magnificent.
As expected of Master Jeff. I will try eating it. And I know where to start eating it from.
Anywhere should be fine, but if you start eating the crime scene, I'll make you leave.
Don't ever like at me. Can't you tell it was a joke?
I'd like Raymond to be just a little bit calmer. Is there more here? I'm not sure. Oh! Oh, there's the right side. Okay. Let's crack the corner as well. The voyage of the good ship Curator is written here.
It sailed the seven seas and in the end finally found a huge treasure. Modeled after the glory of the ancient adventurer, is written here.
So he failed 6 times. What an unlucky captain.
No matter how many times he went on a full sermon, in the end he reached its worth. It's just like a detective spirit.
The detectives even exist during the ancient times. You could probably hire somebody to do something like that. Seems that the stand supporting the ship has been broken. Okay, so that is it.
The ship told me and brought the treasure chest, didn't it? Maybe? Could we have been crossed by the ship I killed?
What the fuck would have been a chest? If that were the case, this would have been an accidental death.
You two aren't serious about that, right?
Well, we were only discussing one of the possibilities.
That's been 3 years now.
Detective Pat, I would like you to tell me about the state of the victim.
You made a photo of the body?
Yeah, look at it.
How you like?
Okay, now we have the photo. They end up looking a lot like a guy from Case 1 of Spectre's Justice. Forget his name. It's a really long pun too. Right, peace, love and understanding.
It seems the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object.
Yeah, not cross, definitely. Has the murder weapon been found?
Yeah. Should try asking the prosecutor in charge later.
It seems it doesn't intend to tell me, frankly. So, may I borrow the pot for the crack?
So, it's not the photo that was taken by the police.
Oh. No, this is too many years ago for the other. It's fine.
Miss Hart took the photo of the body with an instant camera when she discovered it.
An instant camera. To be fair, this is... No... Hang on. No, this game canonically would be... Case would be old enough to... Still have film roll.
An instant camera? Is that like a disposable camera?
An instant camera is a camera that can develop its film right after taking a picture.
Does convenient camera exist?
Anyway, let's go over the state of the crime scene a bit. This photo, upon closing examination, contradicts the state of the crime scene. The blood, thank you. And I've deduced the contradiction to resolve this matter. Was this supposed to be a tutorial case or something? Because this seems like it was supposed to be a tutorial case. First we had the... we had the thing with the chalk, pointing out the what's missing from the chocolate, and now this seems very tutorializing. We have had these, I know we've absolutely had these mechanics already. Crimes, you know, there's no that is very court record. Right, well, I don't know why they decided to kick me out from that bar. Where's the bullet right now? Oh, you know what would be cool? If she possibly states it by using like jam or something she could wash off easily. Fake blood. Ooh. Are you sure the only thing the police removed was the crime scene from the crime scene was the body? Surely Bat would have noticed this by now. If he couldn't notice this then... Yeah, all of a sudden, I'm not surprised that they didn't. Had so much trouble in the first game.
They also took away the piece of cloth the body was wrapped in.
In that case, a major contradiction has been created at the crime scene.
Contradiction.
Detective Bat, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The bloodstain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared. You surprised?
I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up.
How do you overlook that as a detective?
I'll check. It's forensics.
Mr. Edgeworth, what happened?
Comparing the photo of the crime scene, something struck me as being out of place. In the photo, the chocolate frame, chocolate underneath the body remained intact inside the treasure chest. Why the fuck did I read the word frame? However, in the actual crime scene, it's missing. What's interesting to me is the fact that the ship is definitely on top of the ship right now. The ship is on top of the treasure chest. Now, the question is the treasure chest in its full form openable? Like, did he actually make it functional or not when he made it? Because if not, how would the body have gotten in unless he specifically baked the chest around him? Unless somebody did. If we go with the idea that the chest was full until the ship crashed onto it. However, in the actual crime scene is missing.
The chocolate with the bloodstain was completely vanished.
Why are we talking about this again? Yes, if the police remove it, or was it the work of the criminal? I mean, but she took a picture of it and offered it to the police. According to forensics, no one has cleaned up many bloodstains. Okay, have them check for the blood in such a case. I see. Well, that means somebody raised the bloodstain. One karma. We know that he would be willing to tamper with the crime scene, and we know that Gregory failed to float his perfect record, meaning that I believe you said that Gregory pointed out, but to prove that Von Karma had tampered with evidence, or something like that. I see. Well, that will mean somebody raised the bloodstain. Who knows? Not a logic. So not this, but this. The logic is basically the same. To be fair, that would make a way larger sign. Due to the broken stand, the ship lost its balance. You would see Miss Hall enter the room upon hearing the ship's collapse. Yeah, when Miss Hall entered the room, the ship had already fallen over. At any rate, I wonder why the stand broke. Oh? Maybe there was something wrong with the ship's balance in the first place. Is that really true? Okay, now. Oops, lady. Now we're going somewhere. Each of Mr. Master's works had the piece that was missing. Add that to the fact that the ship's chocolate stand was broken. I think we can surmise that somebody ransacked this room.
And the one who did could be the true culprit.
That I don't know. But I think it's safe to say that the ship's stand got broken when the room was ransacked. And when the ship fell over, it broke the treasure chest lid. I expected the lid of the treasure chest was originally closed. I wonder if now both Justin and the best are too young to realize this case. This was how many years ago? There's a good chance that the best wasn't even born at this point. It seems our investigation of this room is just about over. Ooh, okay. Again, I don't know if this is gonna be a full flashback case or if like it's gonna be half in the flashback, half in the future or something like that. Or maybe this is the halfback, this is the flashback, case 4 is in the future or something like that. Who knows? But if we are in a flashback, this is an opportunity for them to bring back some characters. They've already done it with Detective Bad, and they're very likely going to do it with Von Karma. Let's see if they do it with anyone else. It seems our investigation on this room is just about over. Fancy notes of in the court record.
They should make it clear. Jeff Master is the culprit.
What? Why?
All the rooms in this mansion were locked from the inside.
Really? And there's no other paths?
And the only way to open them from the outside was to use this key to the mansion.
And who held it? Do you know who had the key?
Master was the only one with the key. There were no spare keys.
People could unlock their own room if somebody knocked.
By using the mansion key, Master could enter all the contestants' room. Of course, the key could also lock his room from the outside.
However, Mr. Master's room is currently unlocked.
Yeah, that's why I suspect Master is the culprit.
I'd like to hear your reasoning in more detail.
Ooh.
Oh, I just realized that he doesn't have any bullet holes on his jacket. I don't know why it took me that long.
If the body had been found in the locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect.
Is there slightly more color to his shirt and face as well? Because he's a really great motherfucker, but I think there's maybe slightly more green to his shirt, something more yellow to his face.
That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked. And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master propped it within the treasure chest. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to leave the Master's room. That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away.
His forearm always amuses me. Like it really just does look like a cylinder with muscles on top of it. It's been really constructed in. It's very clear that how it's been constructed.
Contrary to his expectations, the body was discovered by Miss Hall. That's my reason for suspecting Master got that ace attorney.
So you also think it was Mr. Master himself who vandalized this room?
Yeah. Your defense attorneys believe that justice lies in trusting your clients. But I'm a detective. If I believed every post-up story, I'd let the suspicious ones get away.
I understand your reasoning thoroughly. However, I'd like you to hear my thoughts on the subject now.
Fine.
Detective Bad believes that he's right, but I won't give up so easily. I can't accept his reasoning. I want to show him evidence that contradicts it. I didn't immediately spoil it or anything. What was the sound? Isn't it a little premature to suspect Mr. Master on those grounds alone?
It's a little premature for you to be objecting. Just wait until I'm done. That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked.
That's not very good at all. It sounds like a different voice actor from his objection. But maybe I forget. You left it unlocked?
If the door had been locked, Master would be the one who committed the crime.
Well, maybe the door just happened to be unlocked.
Then, maybe the body just happened to be lying there open, waiting to be discovered. Ron, do you think you can become a good detective with logic like that?
Yeah, but I don't want to be a detective. I want to be a defense attorney.
I hope he isn't trying to steal my practice. I highly doubt it.
Master had a reason to leave the door unlocked. And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master brought the little treasure chest. Oops, Daisy.
So you're saying that it brought me to the south? That's not good, hold it. Oh, what the hell? I just realized that this head is way too small for his head. The head like ends here instead of here. Why is it so small for his head? It doesn't fit him at all, for goodness sake. Oh no, but I guess it would. Go with diagonal at 10, maybe. Doesn't look like it would fit well. Maybe he just has a lot of back hair. You believe the program it was Mr. Master's doing?
Yes, if he hadn't done that, the body wouldn't have been found.
It doesn't seem likely that he would break his own book when he was just in the contest.
That's right. Master Jeff would never raise a good discerned. And piece of cake, even eats them while dancing.
That certainly is how it's irrelevant here.
It's really bad, you know about piece of cake. It is in the sweets. When I didn't even know of it.
This is a surprise. So, do you sing the song too?
That's irrelevant.
He does. And I haven't.
Anyway, the one who put the lid on the treasure chest was Master. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room.
Really not a fan of that sound. I thought his objective was sounded good though, too. He's not the same voice actor. The judging became Mr. Gustav. Gustav is home, right?
Yeah. I too was looking forward to seeing his candy craft. If you would like, I can put on a display of my candy craft for you right now.
I really like those voices. Okay, is it supposed to be a dog or a cat or what?
What do you think? To represent Sir Detective.
Is that supposed to be a police dog or a hound?
No. This is a wolf.
Oh, a detective.
A lone wolf. Not bad.
What an iconic zombie. I'm kind of curious myself. They're making Gregory kind of playful without what very uniform expressions, I guess.
Moving on.
Kind of don't ever seem bad.
That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away.
Do you know the time of the murder?
We're still waiting on the autopsy report.
Without the autopsy report, how could you have arrested Mr. Master?
We don't know the time of death, but we do know when the body was discovered. It was discovered while Master was just in the Gustavia's room. I believe he let the body be discovered to create an alibi.
Wait, did he do the dot thing with the lollipop out? I thought that the dot thing was supposed to be him sucking on his lollipop, but I think he was holding it right then and did it anyways. In the first game, he seemed to stop doing it every time he took his lollipop out. Consistently. That alone is not enough reason to arrest Mr. Master, right?
Who knows? That's all I intend to say.
Wasn't paying attention. Was he taking his lollipop there? Earlier? Detective Bat, are you hiding something? Detective Bat seems adamant that Mr. Master is the culprit.
I don't think Master Jet would have brought its own reasons. Well, where's the treasure chest bargain then?
Just think back to the situation in which the body was found. In doing so, we should be able to see the contradiction in Bat's reasoning. Still agent is where the body was found. Right, treasure chest wasn't originally broken. Okay.
Objection!
See, I didn't have a problem with that one. Damn.
You know what this lollipop and your reasoning have in common.
Yeah, he's definitely doing it right now. Okay, that's an easy one to make a mistake on. I am very confident that in the first game he only did that thing when he wasn't holding his lollipop. Well, that's a very easy one to miss. What?
Their products are so great that they make me sick.
Okay, I like that animation. In that case, why don't you stop licking that lollipop?
I suggest you try one more tangle line of logic.
I'm going to look at this more carefully. The fuck is the button for? Oh. Before the ship's boat, the treasure ship was the list bargain. Oh, I presented on the wrong fucking one, but didn't I?
Objection!
Originally, the victim's body was hidden inside the chocolate treasure chest. I cannot stop the R thing. Miss Holland entered the room and he heard the sound. I think it is likely that this was the sound of the chocolate chip falling over.
Yeah, that's what you would think, just by looking at the crime scene.
You said that Mr. Master broke the treasure chest himself. But this photo shows that the ship's fork was too late to break. It is going into the chest, isn't it? If the lid broke just before Mr. Hall found the body, then Mr. Master was in the middle of judging, could not have broken it.
I never said that Master broke the lid directly. The ship was set up to fall during the judging. I believe it tampered with the stand.
Seems a little... It seems a little unreliable.
Objection!
Do you have proof he tampered with it?
No, but the investigation isn't completely over yet.
It seems they still haven't found anything conclusive. Have you found any other fingerprints other than Mr. Masters in this room?
Yeah, there were some left on the door. But the victim, Dover, and Master were also among the fingerprints left behind.
Victim. Okay, stupid idea, but no, he was beaten to death, right? Not from a single hit. It could have been that he was hiding in the treasure chest and then the thing fell on him. That's stupid. Okay, this... Okay. I just came up with some logic that does make sense, but it's so specific that the game might have even overlooked it. If the body was put into the treasure chest just after being murdered, then the body temperature would have melted the chocolate in the chest, right? But the chest is clearly none of the chest has melted from the body at all, so that would imply that the body was already cold and room temperature when it was put inside the chest, which might lead into the whole idea of those Cerberus statues being used to store a body. Although that was specifically supposed to be Mr. Dover's victims, but who knows? I could easily see that just being a plot hole as to why the body temperature didn't melt any of the chocolate in the treasure chest. But it does make logically sense to me.
Before we've all made our desserts, we all gathered here to have the judging explained to us. Perhaps that was when we left those fingerprints.
But you didn't find any fingerprints on the drugs in this room.
What?
Someone tampered with the chocolate in this room, so perhaps there are other fingerprints on it, apart from Mr. Masters.
No matter what we find, it won't clear me Master's suspicion.
Whoa, somebody has his little Bible. How the fuck did I read like that? Okay, I somehow saw it when I saw Labby, and somehow my brain made the Bible find that sentence. I forgot what the sentence even was.
Labby, hurry up and dust the chocolate from his fingerprints.
You just now thought of it.
Roger that, sir.
It's not like anyone's gonna get treated anyways.
That was all the rat. And another person's fingerprints. And all the chocolates in this room.
Horse fingerprints.
They belong to pastry by the name of Thesia.
So the one person we haven't met yet.
Get to work. Return to the investigation.
Yes, sir.
It would seem that there are other suspicious people besides Mr. Master after all.
I didn't need the defense trying to tell me that. I'm not stopping my investigation. We will just go and listen to what this Delicia has to say.
Delicia, you started told us about her not long ago. It's with the Candyman, right? Is she really a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal? Right now this all seems too easy, unless it is gonna be like a health case one thing.
Mr. Edward, this Lisa lady sounds mighty suspicious to me.
It seems that it would be necessary for us to speak to her directly as well. Detective Van, would you allow us to come accompany you?
I'm not obligated to do that.
No, you're not.
What?
But you were the one who discovered the truth of the crime scene. Fine, have it your way. Follow me.
Detective Van, thank you. Am I getting sick or something? How even? I've barely even been outside for the last week.
Detective Bad, sir.
No, I was at the hospital for 1 hour, so it wasn't at the hospital, but it was for checking on my lazy eye. Checking on that development. That'd be the place to catch something.
Hey, sure about that. Right now, that prosecutor there is in the room.
Yep. Doesn't matter. Him and I don't seem like die.
Him? Who's the prosecutor in charge of this case anyway?
It's one car must be known. Because Gregory's last case, then it's definitely one karma.
And with one karma.
Wait, one karma is in charge. Like, it's a lost case in 25 years.
Right. Okay. Are we about to say younger one karma? He keeps hiding in his collar. Does seem to be very introverted. But very expressive in, at least in his own thoughts. And first one karma, the living legend of the prosecutor's office. If the rumors of his cartoon performances are to be believed, he's a man who would do anything for a guilty verdict. No matter what kind of prosecutor he is, I can only hold true to the path I believe in. That's surprisingly short. What do you call those? A chapter, maybe? Let's take it going. December 24th, 7:30 PM, contest menu, Delicia's room. So this was scanned, right? We have a green lighting over here. Gregory has it's really top heavy. It's very amusing. The waist-to-shoulder ratio is pretty damn great.
Wow, a candy castle. And there are even some fairies over there.
Some fairies? Oh, there.
This room seems to be structured in the same way as Master's room.
Oh god, what the fuck am I gonna do with Manfred's voice? We'll see when he gets to it. It's a very, very, very low pitch voice, I remember that. The top section was absurdly low.
But it's nowhere near as cold.
This room, all sensors need to be fitted with temperature control panel.
I can enjoy this thing.
Ah, it's over by that French lamp, right?
Indeed.
Indeed, and let's not forget to investigate later. Honestly, man, there's somebody on the right. Francisco is quite a bit younger than Edgeworth, so and Edgeworth was only 7, so we're not gonna have Francisco here. Unless she's a baby or something, a toddler. But I highly doubt it that she's gonna be here. She would be like 3 or something, if I remember the years right. Even so, this room's like something out of a fairy tale. Is this the dream convent castle Delicia's work?
Where's Delicia? Where's Delicia?
Oi, can...
Okay. Alright, not what I expected. Not what anyone expected. Okay, what are those buttons? I'm really curious as to how it's actually supposed to work. Are they just decorational?
Hello, boys. I'm Delicious Jones. In my native England, I'm Miss Delicious. In my native England, I'm...
Why is that my only British voice?
In my native England, I'm Miss Delicious.
Being called a boy, even though I'm only 34, it's certainly a rare experience.
But boys, I understand you calling me that, but Mr. Edgeworth.
I wonder what this was in Japanese. Japanese culture seems to have a larger fixation on age and age-related terminology than Western ones. So this is a bit of a weird conversation we're having right now. She seems really off. Like, she doesn't seem like a real person in the Ace Attorney art style at all. So it's closer to a toy than an actual human in this universe.
That's fast.
Okay, why can't I remember her voice?
As far as I'm concerned, you're not supposed to meet even the detective over there.
My name is Bad, not Boy.
Just how old is this woman?
Mr. Attorney, let's just finish our business here.
Right.
Attention!
There's a very, very, very low pitched voice. Oh boy. This is gonna kill my throat. Wait.
You, what do you think you're doing? Conversing with a mere attorney?
I don't have the lungs, but was he inside the fucking castle? She's surprised as well.
Mr. Edgeworth, a scary machine out of the candy castle.
Wankama.
This man is Prosecutor one karma.
He still already has grey hair.
But many.
We'll see what I do with her voice later. I feel like the top of the textbook this doing something weird. So here's wrong karma. This is your first meeting. Nice to meet you, Prosecutor von Karma. My name is Gregor Edgeworth, a defense attorney. I seem to have just dropped the R thing. The back of my throat feels weird. Quick moment. There we go. Might be easier to do art now. The defense attorney. Yeah, was it? A bunch of snot had piled up over after Ms. Road. He looks exactly like he did in the first game. Alright.
I have no interest in the names of defense attorneys.
Right, the snap pose. It really doesn't look good right now at all. It looked good in the first game, but that on this pose, that it's just completely undynamic.
After all, they only exist to be crushed by me.
What a world, man.
That music getting so bro. It's even scarier than the promos say.
Francisca's music, eh? Did he not have a theme song in the first game? He really may not have. Although that statement was also very good. Definitely. Prosecutor von Karma, I will put your lowest to investigate too.
You think I would give information to a mere defense attorney?
As I thought, it won't be that simple. It will.
However, I'll make a special exception for this room.
Why did you change his point so quite quickly?
You old bloodhound. Don't call me that. My name is Bad. A mere detective speaking back to me.
I'm spitting all over my screen. Oh boy. Well, I have like 4 to 5 liter lungs or something, and half percent and completely drains them.
I admire your guards at least. Bad. Stand watch and see to that they don't misbehave. Why me? Why
What are these boys?
Dial Bad? Why me?
How did... It's 2 words where I didn't have to remember it.
I will not accept your refusal. Well then, I'll be investigating Gustavia's room. Gustavia's room next. I'm babysitting again. No, I'm babysitting again.
Tyrell's jaw is a little too straight, maybe, right now. This angle. I'd move it by 1 pixel. Find it by 1 pixel, maybe. And he's a really angular guy. I wonder why he and Von Karma aren't investigating together. Tyrell is actually after the truth, unlike Von Karma. Instead of being on bad terms, it seems like they hardly know each other. They seem to be foreshadowing that there might actually be something to them, but they also at the same time saying that they seem to hardly know each other. It might just be a conflict in ideologies. That's what it's like, at least on the surface.
Mr. Patriot, now that we've got more Karma's puppies, we can continue investigating.
Yes, his mother bothers me, but I'm glad we can at least continue the investigation. He's probably already tampered with evidence.
I also need to investigate this room. I don't want you to disturb in the room. So you'll investigate after me.
That's the intense there.
What? Aren't you detective in charge of this case? Why can't you investigate this room yet?
The detective in charge of the initial investigation was a close colleague of Von Karma.
Really? Initial investigation?
I get to take over for him, so I got this mention just recently.
Okay, so that's why Ivan said that nobody had told you anything about the bug being removed. So that's why you and Von Karma aren't investigating together. So who's this colleague? Detective Bad, will you allow us to investigate with you like before? In doing so, you'll be able to supervise us and also ensure that we don't tamper with anything.
You want me to watch you? You're a strange lawyer. I'll need to stick around a little longer.
Just here's Mr. Edward.
His voice is just gonna be annoying. Thank you, Detective Ben. His voice will stop being annoying when he stops being an annoying character. I still suspect him though, like hard so.
But if I decide you're holding up the investigation, you'll have to leave.
Yes, I understand. Well then, let's begin the investigation. Definitely getting sick. It's unfortunate. So he was inside the castle. The fuck is in there? Mattress and girl? I can't believe this amazing castle is made entirely out of confectionery.
I know, what a wonderful fantasy. It's like a fairy tale world.
The candy allows for way more colors than chocolate, so I feel like it would be easier to hide the non-edible objects in here. And fake that they're actually fake them as candy. You like all this fairy tale stuff, don't you?
Sorry, I got a bit too excited, didn't I?
No, it's interesting to me since you're so enthusiastic about it, unlike my son.
Your son?
He's all in grade school. He prefers to read law books instead of fairy tales. I'm worried that he won't be able to make any friends that he can talk to.
Well, an interesting kid. I'd like to be his friend.
I think you'd be more of an older brother to him. More like the crazy cousin, but alright.
You know the prayer? Well, I got some growing up to do then.
Yes, you do. Lots of it. Yes, and that's why we have to continue with the investigation. I haven't first until I've inspected every suspicion looking nook and cranny. The castle doors are open.
When somebody opens the door, there's really nowhere to cross it afterwards.
So this is directed to Prosecutor von Carmel, would he?
Yeah, looks like there's some stuff inside.
Wait, I'm getting keep cops. That's well. Great.
Let's see.
Wait, I'll examine it. Stay out of the way.
He's so tall compared to the door.
This fresh screen melts too easily.
It was set at 50 Fahrenheit, which was the sufficient amount for it. Cream. So, obviously, I ever say that somebody tampered with the room's temperature. Somebody moved the castle, which that doesn't fit through the door. The ship maybe will fit through the door. That castle, no. Unless it's in like pieces, that would take ages. Still. Or I was saying that somebody tampered with this room. I like the idea that maybe multiple of the contestants would have tampered with each other's rooms. Seems like the detective bad source code computing frame. Why were these objects being kept inside the candy castle?
If there's anything you want to investigate, you'd better speak up now.
So it's only now that the door, not the objects, as far as everything goes. This pillar has a hexagonal recess. Didn't know that, yes. Looks like a slot for something.
It looks like a pedestal, but it has nothing in it.
A hexagonal recess, huh? I wonder what was being put there.
A giant strawberry would fit with the fresh cream.
Somebody's hungry.
It's everything red, and I think strawberries are hexagonal.
I was just hoping.
Man, I hope it's a banana.
Banana. With cream. I can kind of like bananas. Cream, no. Bananas and cream? I can't imagine that tasting good. Chocolate bananas are decent. I made one of those once. Well, a couple of those ones. I basically just slice open a banana for on top of it and then pour chocolate in there. Yeah, simple bite. Then you roast it a little. I think I'd prefer blueberries. Blueberries would work better, definitely. He keeps saying this thing, thinking these things, but not saying them out loud. Characterizing him as an... what's the word? How did they use it once? There's a cover on the wall, just like in Mr. Masters room.
Let's open it up.
The room temperature is 60 Fahrenheit, and I just hit the green.
What would green suit?
Gustavia said that 50 Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature for fresh cream.
So are we saying that somebody tampered with the place, or that she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing, aka she's... What? Not... aka she's impersonating somebody.
The certain temperature is too high.
Well, those have a causal link, but I'm sure there's a logic, but new evidence would get from that. This is intriguing. Yeah, no shit. The reason the fresh cream is so fragile is due to the temperature in this room.
So much juice got cream. Because the room temperature is set to 68 Fahrenheit.
Speaking of which... Are we just saying that she doesn't know, but... Okay. Mr. Master told him about that, about the temperature meter, the temperature changer in the... But they all met at the starting room. So was she absent from them? When you open the castle door, the doorknob didn't break.
Yeah, it was stronger than I thought.
Strong. A dessert. Detective Bat, could you have a closer look at the doorknob? Is the real doorknob.
This is...
You'll see that this doorknob isn't a dessert.
And it's not just a doorknob. This castle and the fairies are just plastic molds coated in fresh green.
Then this is the perfect place to disaster after all.
You would seem that they're just fake desserts covered in fresh cream. Okay, so either Jesus for some reason planning to win, whatever her motivation would that be, as it doesn't actually have as much the talent to do it, or she did it so that it would look like she would have been would have had to have been here the entire time to prepare this, while in actuality she did it to save time, so she could set this up quickly and spend the rest of the time with the murder. Those are some thoughts. It says the four fairies and the curious candy castle. It seemed that this was the thing for the Elysius bricks.
But it's not just a candy castle I'm curious about.
Oh boy, this is fucking stepladder. I didn't see a single stepladder in the first investigation game. Maybe I missed it or maybe I forgot about it.
This is Mr. Attorney. Something about that ladder bothering you.
Is that the bad? It's actually a stepladder. This is exactly the way I expected to go.
They're both the same to me.
They're completely different. Look at their basic nature.
Yeah, Mr. Edward, you tell him.
Now she's taking her ball.
Yeah? Mr. Lincoln's skills investigations were earlier.
Alicia, can I just ask, did something happen with Von Karma?
There's nothing of the sort.
I kind of feel like both the same fucking voice, but I'm not. But I don't care voice stumble like that.
But you should just say. That just seems that wasn't your greeting.
That's not something.
That just seems that was only your greeting. You're cute boy, I'm not you. What's your first name? It's Raymond, but... Very bad. I think you make a good man of yourself someday.
That hurts so hard.
Ray.
No, about that, I think I've waited the prettiest ladies. Because it's like they keep mentioning the prettiest things, so that I do need to focus on that.
He's a little different from my miserable lady.
What? Very blunt, are we? Why don't we listen to what she has to say? He's doing the same thing with his eyebrows that comes with us. Speaking of eyebrows, she hardly has any. She's gonna have a ridiculous transformation, isn't she? Like, I'm just gonna convince that that's a real fucking face right now. During the contest. Could you tell me about your actions during the contest? Is that a second degree thing?
Yes, but... We can make this for the youngest of our junior class.
I know.
Presently also not about start the whole time. And has to run again after maybe about an hour or so. Yes, indeed.
Just social occasion, for a conversation is had over black being kids. all the same spoilers from him. Losing health. It's pretty much just, that's a theme pattern. The voices are too similar. Well, I suppose.
Oh, correct, you're smart one, aren't you?
When did I become Kuraki? Where was that turning to hell? You fucking want the R's.
It's a place in the garden outside of the place and patio. It's a customary website during the contest. It's always held at the same time. Today there will be just three of us for the party. Jeff, Katie, and me.
Who's Katie? I'm in trouble with the name right now.
Since Jeffy was had already finished his ratings, he was there from the beginning to end. Icy and Gusty didn't join because they hadn't finished their exams yet.
Icy and Gusty, have you heard of them yet? Right, she's giving nicknames to people. Gusty was the red chef. So, everyone other than Mr. Dove and Mr. Gustavia participated.
Yes, I didn't finish by the circuit either. I just want to try some of Jeffy's Sunday bases and Katie's first period tea. So, after I did the right thing, I've done before everyone else.
During the contest, did you enter any of the other contestants' rooms?
But I see.
We found your fingerprints on the desert at the crime scene.
You found them.
I'll be going for the idea that she's obviously the culprit, and despite that, Manfred von Karma got somebody else convicted. Because we know Manfred von Karma wins this. Not perfectly though. And von Karma's not stupid or anything. He will be able to figure out that she's the guilty party. Okay, the rehearsal time is pretty great. I admitting that you ran to the scene of the murder.
Oh, you mean it? But I'm not the manager. I'm not the manager. It's the honest truth. Please hear me out.
What is that expression? The kind of reminds me of bikini a little bit. What were you doing in Mr. Master's room?
Truth is, I was studying his desserts.
Are those your handprints there? Studying?
Because Jeffy so talented at picking sweets. Well, nobody was in this room at the time, so I just decided to study his work for a bit.
But if I just look in, you would have left your fingerprints behind there.
Just see, this doesn't that I left fingerprints on the desserts. For the sake of desserts, I ate some of his desserts. Is that like stealing wrong?
It couldn't be. The one who wrecked Mr. Master's phone was.
I'm sorry. It wasn't my intention to run like zero, but I see that you're part of the set in this room.
This is just me doing a completely incomprehensible muttering, isn't it?
I secretly ate little bits and pieces so Jeffy wouldn't find out.
So, did you eat the ship stand as well?
Yes, I did.
The chocolate ship broke because of you.
I'm sorry.
So, the ship...
So, the reason here is that the afternoon tea was to preserve her appetite. But since at the premium, I'm not the murderer.
All these characters... Her actions are sufficiently suspicious, but I haven't personally yet. not been doing well with the voices of this chapter. Case. You said we want one person in that. So you have a very short list. PH 49, okay. Fair enough that he's graying out a bit already. Well, not entirely. PH. Nobody here has an H in the name to stop. Well, you do. But Catherine doesn't match up at all. With that name, what? Pierre Hoquet's works, okay. It's Pierre Hoquet. I don't remember when this person was mentioned, probably yesterday. It's one of the things they've got listed here as well. That's where it belongs to. This one's still amazing. Insect over? Whatever logic. I do think that she did that to save time so that she would be able to go here, but I don't. Think the game expects a little logic like that. It's a good little fairy sitting on a tree stump. The green decorations are melting. The fairy seems to be well made. But something feels slightly off. But we already know what. Why does... Can I present her with... We can't present her with... evidence that she is the thing.
Oh, the thing you got is really cute, Greggy.
It's nothing.
But it's only a young thing. Oh, it's... I find that it's screen.
So stop it. Don't turn around, don't turn around. If you do it, you're only gonna eat the castle. Okay, he's trying to not look at the castle. Well, this forensic officer seems to be on a diet. What we were supposed to be doing right now. What? This room. That's the same design as Master's room. Is something bothering you? Karma was investigating inside the candy castle. I wonder why. Detective Ballard, do you suspect Alicia? That woman is hiding something. My detective spirit is telling me so. Is that detective's intuition? Something about this room highly troubles me as well. I should listen to what Alicia has to say. Already did. Closing it every day. Working with defense attorneys isn't worth it. They go to the crime scene as they please and interpret their findings to their favor. Do you also like that about me? You didn't confirm more than that. Was there anything we missed here? There was? Okay. I tried to look at these, but it didn't say anything. It just started talking about the door handle. For fuck's sake. That was the first thing I looked at. I guess the first thing was just casual, generically. Started talking about the door handles.
Two big rocks are placed here. It's like a storage room.
Yeah, the inside of the candy castle isn't so dreamy. Hey, maybe that's bigger rock instance. Who knew that there was such electricity within the castle?
Seems like a rather careless way to handle treasure. It looks like there's something underneath the rocks. Seems to be a pedestal attached to both the rocks. Okay, so they're gonna be there.
Of course, it depends on the best of explain the famous.
Well, in any case, this is no ordinary op. Okay. Is this for smuggling somehow those gems, pretending that they're candy or something? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Well, in any case, this is no ordinary object. If they were stolen from here, then Jeff would recognize them. If they weren't, then bring them here just for that. It seems pointless. Oops, lazy. Well, the rocks by the pedestal has a similar shape to the recess of the castle's pillars. Perhaps the box is meant to be placed on top of the pillars.
Oh, that's right. The pot had like no.
I wonder why they were hidden inside the castle, though. Are these separate?
They have rows of blue cloth here. Looks like there's 4 of them in all.
They certainly don't look like desserts.
Yeah, I know what the cloth is for. It almost seems like he was hidden here inside the castle.
Okay, silly thought. Could this be related to the smuggling room from the first game? Could this be like bad discovering the existence of the smuggling room in the first place? Maybe? That'd be cool. Also, the color of this cloth looks familiar somehow. There's nothing blue here. The blue cloth and the rocks inside the castle. I wonder if they belong to Delicia. Delicia, those things in the castle, what are they used for?
Yeah? Those? I'm afraid I can't tell you.
Looks like Von Karma is keeping her silent.
I found out. You just might not have me my dog.
Prosecutor Von Karma. Doesn't intend on being upfront with his information.
Just the same, I've been trying to figure out where the rocks was about to go. Do you think that you're interested in my kids? Your kids? Those are my proper relaxation kids.
I still don't think what to do otherwise. You mean the rocks on the cloth?
Yeah, see, that's right. You see, they're not actually rocks, but specialized made from rock stuff. Wow, so those are lumps. It gets even more exciting here. Because this cloth also has an amazing secret.
As soon as we're sure to interesting our goods, she'll be going quite talkative.
Since we got them out, can we explain the therapy, boys? Bye! Would you put everything up?
It's not badly. It's bad.
So you want to do it? Is Buddy being a bad boy?
What is his character with them?
Abby, I dump photograph in the station room.
Yes, sir, I am.
I think I'll have to fleece you.
Yes, sir, I'm on it. Thanks. I knew I could find underneath, Buddy. Congratulations, that was amazing. You were persuaded to testify. You know, Buddy, and you do quarantines.
See,
You might get a forensics nickname.
I think that's her way of showing she cares.
What's so therapeutic about these things anyway?
We don't have time for that now, Buddy. The show's about to begin. But forensics, please start the piece and that's a space. Yes, ma'am.
What is happening right now? Okay, so she definitely hasn't read the rules.
It's
Wow, it's so beautiful.
It really is. I wish my son could see this. I'll believe it.
No, I think you're right. The top page is the curious and you can show by the dream of my body.
It's a horrible voice up from her.
It's just it.
Care to read that? It seems like one of them is missing something. Oh! The fairy is missing a cloth. Flying cloth.
The truth is, I planned to convey during the contest. Well, I'm excited at this idea, guys. Why? I don't look like the rocks and lips are right nothing up. I wonder why.
I think the voice is way too similar. And way too annoying. I think I'll need to examine the rocks and the fairies again. Unlike the other fairies, this one doesn't have a fluorescent cloth.
Miss Elysius, it's not quite only one out. I don't like it either, but 1/3 and the machine has gone missing.
A machine? You've lost a cloth and a machine? What sort of machine is it?
Oh, let me tell you. This piece of fluorescent glass is with one of these machines. The machine is called a rainbow light device. Light is sent to the cable and into the cloth, but this is made of optic fibers.
Right.
That's very fun. When we just a little bit light, it will turn into all sorts of colors.
Oh no.
In it glows red, it's like a painting in panel. And when it glows blue, you can demonstrate the glittering closed eyes.
So all of the room lamps is somehow broken up and replaced by what is gloss, I'm guessing? Yeah, it's the thing with the room colors. Not this is introduced.
It's powered by the long-lasting battery that's resistant to changes in temperature.
I'm not very familiar with these kinds of devices.
Mr. Edwards is saying it's a machine that jumps right into a special person's cloth.
I forgot his voice already. I see. It's amazing that what they come up with these days.
So, one rainbow light device and one fluorescent flash are missing.
That's right. Wherever could they be?
But it's supposed to be purple, right? So you don't take the one from the entrance and put it there for symmetry's sake. Or take the ones from the fairies off and just have the one here in front. This fluorescent cloth, could it be related to the case? If she had intentionally used it somewhere, she would have made them symmetrical here. was that not fixed? What was it about needing to examine it? Or need to examine between the middle to examine them? I wonder where's the life inspected every suspicious looking look. Okay, how the fuck did the forensics to notice this? Come on now. We're gonna have to do that probably. Is that why I point that?
That's what a detective thinks.
Yes, after the detective planned to suicide after the was all over it. But there's no time for snide remarks.
Oh, no.
It looks like both the lamps in the bulbs are broken.
Both their light bulbs are broken.
Both, that's interesting.
Maybe they were caught on the floor. There's some kind of red stain on the slab surface.
The stain, could it be?
That smell. There's no mistaking it. It's a blood stain.
The lamp isn't that red, but alright.
Eh? Just a blood and some blood stain.
Is there a blood stain on this lamp? I wonder if this has something to do with the lamp both being broken. I still speculate to the lamp here. Let's go over that. Did we get into logic? Yes. Now all the evidence is what you heard. There is evidence that the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object. What's more, there's blood stain on one of the broken rock lamps. Could this lamp have been the murder weapon?
You're right. It could have been used as a weapon.
Ravi, is the blood analysis on this rock salt lamp finished?
Yes, sir. It just been just 3 moments ago. The blood stain on the lamp belonged to the victim.
Here's what he said.
Boy. They said that I need to also inspect the other one. Shoot. The murder weapon was hidden in the Alicia's room. We need to consider her as one of the suspects as well. Oh, without a doubt. We still have a clues available. So, this is where the Alicia originally intended to put the lamps.
I don't get why she put them in the castle.
Since they're broken and don't line up, maybe it's time to put them out of the way?
If she want them out of the way, there are many other places to store them.
Besides, I ordered that one thing, like the Sardina sugar bag.
I think the same goes, either through in the forest. I mean, both work. It would have been slightly different meanings. I think that's actually more accurate since either through in the forest just means hiding in plain sight. Salt in a sugar bag would mean that just like through in the forest, you can visually tell them apart, but the fundament is still somehow different. It creates a contradiction with that piece of evidence. Yep. The scene. Okay, make it clear that I need to do it here. Where's their rules? Eureka! Detective Bad, please read the contest leaflet.
Any decoration not made from the search are prohibited. Ah,
These rock salt lamps on the floor hasn't that go against the rules.
So maybe that's why they were hidden in the castle.
I wonder about that. I think we should investigate further into the Alicia's actions. Why are those not the same one? Why are those not the same one? Using the... Oh, right. Maybe she was trying to save time, but then she wouldn't use something that's glowing, because that's obviously not candy at that point. Was she not there when the rules were explained? Is that what we're trying to say? She didn't know about the rules? Using decorations. Using decorations that were against the rules and making fake desserts. The fake dessert, you could still argue that she's trying to cheat, but there's no way you could cheat with a glowing lamp and think you're going to be able to get away with it. A lot of the Dacia's actions is suspicious.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like she's aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef.
Also, the temperature of this room is way too high. Is there a reason for that?
I wonder. I think we should ask Alicia directly. Oh boy. Alicia, why still not temperature set to 68 Fahrenheit?
The contacts agree with me. That is bad for the body. These liquids doesn't make any sense, you know? That's why the acidity has to look down forever.
I wonder.
I wonder, how does Mr. Cerberus?
Raymond, a true gentleman who asked for one her age.
This room is mainly filled with cream, and 55 minutes to recommended temperature for preserving fresh cream.
What? Really? Now it's all got to waste. Now it's all got to waste. In our times, looks like Mr. Superintendent didn't know.
What did you put it in your place?
Looks like Mr. didn't know.
This voice both hurt my fucking throat, especially here. Is she just a spam who came here to eat other people's stuff? But no, there's gonna be more to it.
I thought she was supposed to be a first-class pastry chef.
How did she get an invitation here? This was an invitation-based thing, right? If there are only 3 other contestants, they want to set it up. The fake desserts and the rule violations, and now her lack of basic knowledge. Looks like she gives many secrets. Alicia's knowledge in the art of dessert making is lacking in fundamental areas. And she claimed that she went into the Mr. Master's room in order to study his desserts. These actions and ideas are not fitting for someone aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef.
Yeah, they don't sound like the words of a pro. It's like she didn't even realize it, or
maybe she isn't a real pastry chef. Perhaps she had some other intention. It's possible that she didn't go into rooms to study desserts.
So then, I saw Mr. Laser is the criminal.
We can't say that for sure yet. But I know she's hiding something from us.
my back is dying for something so long. That's enough investigating.
We found much more than I expected. And yet, something from it before still bothers me. Prosecutor von must have found the murder weapon in this room. So then, why did he let Alicia be? Firstly, I must ascertain Mr. von Karma's true motives. If that is bad, I would like to ask Prosecutor von Karma something.
I've also got business with him. And Felicia there too.
What's the idea, Miss Fanny? Don't let me like that.
It seems Detective Pat also has to start about Alicia and Von Korva. Okay, Alicia, would you come with us for a moment?
JC, that's fine. What for?
We have to find Von Korva. There are some things we need to talk about. What is that thing behind the forensics guy? Is the sign? See, it's not carrying anything. Something. Is that? Oh wait, it is Christmas Day or something. Prosecutor Von Karma, we need to talk about this case.
From the look of on your face, I assume you found the murder weapon.
Yes, we discovered the murder weapon in Delicia's room. Your team, Mr. Master, isn't the only suspect in this case.
That's not true. Where the murder weapon was found does not change the fact that Master is the culprit. As long as I am here.
Who is Mr. Von Karma so sure as himself? Well then, aren't you going to explain what about the weapon was in Delicia's room?
Naturally. If you must know, I'll tell you. In order to bring the crime to Delicia, Master used the work cell lamp to kill the victim. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. He couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Ergo, there would have been no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene.
Mr. Master took the rock salt lamp.
Precisely. I carried out the investigation myself. There can be no room for doubt.
Do you have evidence that he moved it?
That would not be necessary.
What?
If you have an objection, say it. Do you think a mere defense attorney can break my logic?
I'm getting lightheaded from this. I hope I don't just pass out from this nice. I should be sitting down for this. Let's see, can I make it work if I'm sitting down? Bye bye. Yes. But I can't see the screen properly. It's good enough. My back needs rest. Wait, maybe. Oh, that's way too long. Sorry. Stop. That's good enough. I hope.
No.
Well, clean up the way it is lines. That's too hard. That hold it. Use the rock salt lamp from the Delicia's room.
Exactly. In order to get it over, he had prepared the murder event beforehand.
But the murder weapon was found in Delicia's room. Doesn't that place suspicion on Alicia too?
I'm not finished, Master Geltover. You then deposited the murder weapon into Lisa's room.
So the murder weapon was the rock salt lamp hidden inside the candy castle. Rock salt lamp is really hard to say. This felt like my neck. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? It's set up so that I can move the screen down here. No, but then keep on staying. Oh no. There we go. That's a comfortable setup. I can actually see things without connection break. I hope audio still goes properly from this since it should.
I discovered the murder weapon when I entered the castle. Be thankful, Defense Attorney, that you two came by this information.
Why was it necessary for you to enter the castle? Maybe he's interested in candy castles. Why are you scared about that?
Who are you? Do you think I went there because I wanted to?
What is this? It's not even like tense up on me, just kind of casually pointed outwards. It's really undynamic.
That detective at the scenes were useless, so I had to investigate myself. I wasn't in charge of the initial investigation.
Detective Banks on the investigation halfway through.
But a certain work ethic is required if you are to gain my trust.
I don't know how to pronounce the ba. Isn't it definitely not a ba? I don't know.
This is a flagrant waste of time. I'll continue.
Don't know what flagrant means. You know what, I could pull up flagrant mean. Then we are obviously on them later, but now. Overt action considered wrong or immoral, conspicuously or obviously offensive. What?
If we had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected.
Was it supposed to be things or what? Couldn't the body left behind the room also be cause for suspicion? However,
I have a favorite saying. I'd like to share it with you. Even dogs can wait. Wait until I've finished.
well, that's exactly what I'd like to say to you.
You couldn't move the body, so it was easy to move the weapon.
Where's the body? Are you saying Mr. Master removed the murder weapon and hit the body in the chest?
We believe that if we hit it inside his own work, it will not be discovered.
So savory.
Don't you mean so sorry?
She shows no sign of remorse. He moved the murder weapon and left the body at the scene.
His jacket is quite symmetrical and bothers me a little bit. Those circular dots and the right heights, right? I mean, it is cloth, of course, but
Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene.
looks easy. Let's do some of the fuck me, yes. How can you conclude that Mr. Master is the killer without any evidence?
Attention!
You think that will save me?
Also not sure I should pronounce those. It's not... I can't imagine him making that sound.
You disappoint me. As long as the body was found in Master's room, he is the prime suspect.
Attention!
Is there really no evidence pointing to anyone else at the crime scene? Sure, there's room for further investigation.
Attention!
Insolent attorney, another investigation is not necessary. Master must be the killer. If you think differently, seize these pointless words and speak with evidence.
Think back to the crime scene. If Mr. Master isn't the killer, there must have been something that incriminated someone else. Of course, it seems Mr. Von Kama won't be certain reason. As of the present evidence. Yes. Do we have anything to say that anything specific? Do we have any evidence that specifically names her? Of course as well. We can go for this. It's weird that we don't have evidence that names her specifically. Oh, look at this piece of evidence.
That's irrelevant to what we're talking about now.
Is it? I like that green.
Such a boring interruption, defense attorney.
Oh god, that's really boring. I might go down now. He's nothing happening. Specific culprit.
Attention!
Okay. We obviously know that she left fingerprints there, but am I looking at the wrong thing? Am I wrong this logic right now? Because I don't see as if having evidence of it's on evidence for some reason. Right. Specific culprit. That of course, but never mentioned specific. I'm not going to complete on the formalizer. Okay, it need to be that one specifically. It does make sense. See, it's true that the murder weapon and the bloodstain disappeared from the vicinity. However, there's still one piece of incriminating evidence left behind. Have a look at this photograph, which was taken when the file was first discovered. Oh, the cloth are completely on the front lines. I completely forgot about the cloth right now. What's it called? Oh! Oh! That cloth. Okay, so it's the good cloth. This cloth was used to wrap the body. doesn't it remind you of the fluorescent clock from the Delicious Room?
My fluorescent cloth was disappointing.
Fluorescent cloth. You, just one part of this cloth is fluorescent.
That'd be easy to test.
I guess one out doesn't know about this cloth's secret.
It looks like a normal cloth from the left first glance. But if you use this rainbow flight device, where have I actually seen something like this before? I've definitely seen the cloth being lit up with a rainbow. There's good chance it's a video though. You can make it below. Oh, the already done. Already sweating. Just have to. This was a little strange.
Prosecutor Von Karman seems a little surprised.
I don't think I was the closest ability. Hello, that's surprising. I won't read this fluorescent cloth is currently unaccounted for. No, I'd like to take a look at the cloth of this cloth in this photo. Don't you think it looks like a photo of the fluorescent cloth before it's been lit up? If she is the culprit, if one were to tell us that she's missing one of the cloths, that'd be the last thing she would do, surely, unless she's incredibly stupid. We might be going for the path of, oh, the culprit is super obvious, but it won't come out. Got off the hook anyway. Yes. Both the hot salt lamp and the fluorescent cloth originally belonged to Alicia. Couldn't it be natural that those cloth was all used after the party? I mean, this doesn't change anything about his argument. If he's willing to argue that he took Delicia's lamp as a weapon, and definitely Delicia's cloth as to work the body, isn't it? Doesn't really change his argument for more of a stretch. Prosecutor Von Karman, I believe as a condition give us as much reason to suspect down Alicia.
Eve!
Excuse me. Did you just lift it with her leg or what happened there?
Alright, Greggy, don't really suspect me.
Still not too her voice. We don't yet know if you're the culprit, but it is true that you're hiding something, am I right?
That's...
Attention!
So, you're saying that the murder weapon and the cloth were originally from Delicia's room?
Yes. What's so funny?
Just as I expected from you. The murder weapon and the cloth are not from her room. How unfortunate for you.
What does he mean?
Before the contest began, Master noticed her violation of the rules. He confiscated the cloth and the rock shot lamp and kept them in his room for safekeeping.
What?
The victim was not seen, as he stayed locked up in his room after the contest had begun.
I'm seriously getting lightheaded on this, oh boy. It's getting more fun. It's more or less just never ending story. Paint everywhere.
The only one who could have unlocked the locked room was Jeff and Master. And the murder weapon, the rock salt lamp, was being kept in Master's room. This should be decisive evidence in proving Master's guilt. Defense attorney. You lost to me had a chance to stand in court.
Excuse me, son. Nothing fuck is going out there. Just the high clouds from the structure. It's surprisingly loud. It's not even close to the window. What's this?
Well, what's your investigation for nothing?
Okay, now that's it. Why did I think of a good idea to open the window? We can have that.
Mr. Mason, why did you tell about your confiscated claims? Well, many things. They tried to look suspicious if I did. Prosecutor on camera. And you too, you suspect me. You suspect me, don't you?
How come, Sylvia, defense attorney?
Von Karma. So that's why he let us investigate Lisa's room.
And in your clumsiness, there's one more thing I need to inform you of. 2 sets of fingerprints were found on the murder weapon.
2? Well, if he did go confiscate them, it's not clear that his fingerprints on them.
Yes. They belong to Jeff Master and Delicia's Cones. No other fingerprints were found. After Master killed over with the confiscated rock salt lamp, he foolishly concealed the murder weapon, burying his own fingerprints in its owner's room.
Quite on the contrary, if she intentionally brought in items that she knew would be confiscated, she knew that his fingerprints would get on them. So that argument works both ways. I think he coupled to these voices here.
I don't even need to prove my case in court. I have more than enough perfect evidence to prove Master's guilt.
Hold it. I still have some doubts about the fluorescent blood found in Mr. Master's soul.
Irrelevant. After disposing of the body, he intended to return to Delisa's room.
I don't have enough information to appeal to Mr. Falcone's poisoning.
Nothing left to say. If your job is done, leave this place.
His hand looks like it's just holding like this. It should be like this, not like this. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's... I can't feel a bit.
We've wasted enough time as it is. Pat, take them away. There are still some doubts left in our investigation.
Detective Pat.
What's the meaning of this? It's not my nature to leave any doubts behind. There's still one piece of evidence that has yet to be identified.
The fingerprints. Or the pH. That's right, there's still some traces left behind.
much as you want later. But this, my dear attorney, is none of your business.
Objection!
No, I also have some doubts about one piece of evidence. It's unlikely that I have the same doubts as Detective Marcus.
What?
This is the piece of evidence left in Mr. Master's room that's yet to be identified.
Take that!
I still do not know the true meaning to serve this piece of evidence. God damn it.
That is not the same thought
What was there? I need to look at it again.
The only thing I question here is you, defense attorney.
I keep spitting so much. For goodness sake. I'm having a pick of goodness.
There can be no unidentified witness before a one car.
And there was something else. Please wait, I still have some thought left. Did we not think it was her? No, she left fingerprints all over. Hang on, I have to clear the top of my throat again. Alright. Somebody left glove finger marks on one of Mr. Master's t-shirts. If these were the killer's finger marks, then it's possible that the killer also didn't leave any fingerprints on the murder weapon.
How did you know the state of the crime scene?
I gave him
Permission to investigate.
Objection!
But what possessed you to let a defense attorney into the crime scene?
I don't recall you telling me not to let them in.
Such impudence. You'd best remember that. Your salary review depends on me.
This isn't contraband. I'm so glad I had a guy boss like you, Mr. Asbrook. Your salary review depends on how you perform here. When I perform here,
I'm surprised that a mere attorney like you managed to uncover. What mere attorney like you managed to uncover in such a short time?
I need like 3 fucking lungs to do the voice, goodness.
However, it's possible those spring marks were Master's own doing. Because he always wore gloves while cooking.
Oh, come on now. Do you have evidence those finger marks were left by Master? And moreover, there are still few suspicions running Tennessee. But if he wore gloves, why would he not wear gloves when trying to use a murder weapon? His fingerprints came from when he confiscated the murder weapon, obviously, before he was cooking.
Oh, you still haven't given up on that.
Frankie, this thing's funny. I really apologize for stealing up your points.
I can't just hear a voice consistent at all. I don't want to suspect you. However, I don't easily trust those who tell lies. You must still be hiding something.
No, Frankie's a bully.
Don't you know that the temperature of the ice cream must be kept at? You told yourself at the search. but you lack the most basic knowledge.
I'm sorry for my lack of knowledge.
In your case, it's not even a lack of knowledge. Into you don't know how to make the desserts, do you?
Defense attorney, stop trying to force your own reasoning. In a court of law, the evidence tells all.
Come, I can do a lot of it.
If you say the witness is lying, show it with evidence.
I like this shot of him. We are not in court yet, but very well. But this evidence shows that the laser can't make desserts.
Take that!
The only thing the laser made were those that broke the rules.
The lamp and the god that broke the rules were being held in Master's room. There's no way the witness could have returned them to a room.
Objection!
He must have noticed them, right?
Those were not the only.
Those were not the only fake desserts he made.
What?
Is he really surprised? Your dessert may look like something out of a fairy tale at first glance, but in reality, they are nothing but mannequins decorated with creams. Apart from the cream, they're all fake. This is not something one aiming to become the world's greatest priestess to do.
Is this true or bad?
Well, Jeff would have had to have noticed that surely, right? As he only looked at them. Would have had to notice they're melting unless he was not fast enough. Jeff did judge her room, right?
Is this true or bad?
It looks really nice.
Yeah, my shoes can attest to that.
Well, nothing to convince me to put them on karma.
Once you've seen what Alice has done, you're not just going to be convinced. Yeah, even if he's convinced, he's not gonna accept the loss. Alicia, the fact that you have obsessed with Patriots being suspect is no laughing matter.
Thanks. I didn't murder her.
Isn't it time you told us the whole truth? Who are you, and why have you chosen yourself in another contest from?
Yes, I understand.
Transformation.
The truth is, I not really a dessert chef like I like to believe.
Schizophrenic, right?
I'm actually a pharmacist. Wait, a pharmacist?
George, cut them with their voices up, please. That's a completely different occupation. It's no wonder he won't hide his surprise. Why is a pharmacist like you can't participate in this contest? I don't know how I read the side as corner.
I just married in desserts. I don't because I thought I'd be able to eat some of these desserts.
Was it a free to join competition? What happened?
I never thought I'd enough to reach the finals.
Even Prosecutor don't have much Cerberus for words.
So that's the main reason why you entered the contest? Yes, as expected, Cerberus does a treasure so cute.
Back up, I'm starting to remember voice. So, that was very much an adventure for him. For your turn.
Hey, no way! I never bought gloves.
The Lisa spent the place for fun on Mr. Master's chocolates. Just to that she wasn't going to allow it.
See, exactly. You don't believe me, Becky. I don't believe you can't believe me, Becky.
Is your face stuffed with nothing but desserts?
Sorry, Manny.
I think it's happened if it stopped. Well, Master's dessert all that you ate?
Actually, no. After that, the afternoon tea, I also ate these desserts.
Okay, so how did she get into the rooms? Oh, Isaac showing to the victim? Isaac, right. Isaac Dover. Do you mean you went out the victim's room?
Yes, exactly. The room was empty after all.
Perhaps the victim was already dead by then.
But my face back said it's way too salty, and I couldn't eat.
Salty. Ice cream.
Sorry, the delicious toxic is repressed nearby. Mr. Agnes, you really are flattering.
Het is eruit dat ze gewoon met deze pijn verpakt uit.
That is a fool. Maybe everyone so in a kind of trouble.
I got my hopes up that she might remember everything. Alright. Now that you've told us the truth, everything is fine. There's no need to apologize.
This does not mean that your testimony is trustworthy. I will be investigating the victim's room after this. Only then will I decide if your testimony is true.
Prosecutor on travel. I'd like to go as well. Hang on, do we have a map of the place? We do not have a map. There's a fourth contestant we haven't really talked about. Oh, never mind. See, it's like he's the fourth contestant. The other two was the red chef. We met all the contestants that are alive. I also need us when my reason uploaded now has been correct.
I'll let you follow, but I have no intention of letting you investigate.
That's enough for me. That's really surprising that he's letting us do it. He wasn't preventing Phoenix from investigating Court Lake, to be fair. That would have required a lot of manpower. There's a gumshoe for letting me in, but that's right.
This? What is the meaning of this?
I see. Oh, they were bodies.
The witnesses are joining victims room had disappeared without the trains.
Oh, we're ending the flashback right now.
Was the drove his wings?
I'm calling it, again, those that served were actual people. At least one of them was an actual person, but possibly multiple.
The body that was inclined to descend, and the murder member that was moved.
But they look about the chocolate. Still not this.
Further investigation would be required to out the truth of this case.
Oh no, this is Future Voice, isn't it? Possibly. I don't know if this is just Future Voice. Probably is. Talking about it. Alright. I think I'll cut the recording just in case. And probably continue from there on, maybe something before that.